Emotions ran high in the series finale of the summer, I Turned Pretty, which ultimately decided which of the Fisher brothers Belly should choose. After the penultimate episode's cliffhanger, Conrad booking a last-minute Paris trip for Belly's 22nd birthday. The last episode of the summer, I Turned Pretty, had to be fantastic. Would Belly, Conrad, and Jeremiah ever get back together, given everything that had transpired between them? Or maybe Belly had undergone a radical transformation in Paris, rendering Conrad a distant memory. An incredibly tender, unexpectedly sexual, and passionate finale was presented in episode 11 of season 3. For those on Team Conrad, fans of Jenny Han's The Summer, I Turned Pretty may have longed for the final episode to include more plot points from books. It follows Conrad and Belly as they return to cousins after adjusting to their new lives together. After Belly's stunning haircut, Conrad unexpectedly shows up at her doorway, causing some awkwardness. Belly is at a loss, and Conrad is afraid he could frighten her away. Ultimately, they decide to spend a day as Paris tourists together, reminiscing about their time apart. Belly uses this moment to invite Conrad to her birthday dinner. After Conrad learns that Belly and Benito are no longer dating, he can't help but stare at her during dinner. Out of nowhere, Conrad starts publicly pursuing Belly. While she blows out the candles on her cake, he gives her thoughtful presents and shares a special moment with her. Things boil over as they dance on the banks of the Seine. Later that night, while they're alone, they discuss Susanna's burial, their uncomfortable prom night, and the significance of Belly's letters. At last, Conrad wants to know if she's moved on from him, and Belly responds by kissing him. Returning to Belly's apartment after a passionate journey makes everything seem perfect. No matter what, they're still together. They love each other, and they'll figure it out. But not in a flash. Belly wonders, what if their meeting and eventual love were the only outcomes of Susanna's illness and death? This matters deeply to her. Conrad, thoughtful as ever, tells Belly that his love for her is the one constant in his life. Belly and Jeremiah had once been drawn together by Susanna's death, but waiting for Conrad to leave her house is the moment Belly realizes she wants to be with him. In a truly romantic move, she follows him onto a train as he runs through a station. After finding him, Belly makes a bold declaration. Conrad, I choose you of my own free will. If there are infinite worlds, every version of me in each one of them picks you. For the two of them, this is monumental. In the end, Belly understands that Susanna's kindness and her personal grief have nothing to do with her feelings for Conrad. Rather than watching someone else be chosen, she finally gets to experience being chosen herself. A brief vignette depicting Conrad and Belly's post-Paris life follows. They're seen driving leisurely along the beach. A voiceover informs us that Belly will eventually return to cousins. They arrive at the house, entering together as a couple before heading to the pool. Belly is now about 24 years old. According to the end of Han's final trilogy novel We'll Always Have Summer, the final scene occurs roughly 2 years after Paris. Yet the original epilogue features far more memorable events than the show's ending of Belly and Conrad entering the house. The extent of their romance's progress is unclear. Are they roommates? Is their future planned? Meanwhile, Conrad is in Paris, and Jeremiah is preparing a dinner to showcase his chef skills. Quickly rising among Boston's hottest young chefs, Jeremiah has already become a household name. Due to unforeseen circumstances, the meal takes place at the cousins' beach house, where the tip characters gather for a final farewell. Denise is among them. Now that Jeremiah is single after breaking up with Belly, she is both his roommate and best friend. Denise, never afraid to correct him, reminds Jeremiah that he is the only one who truly wants Conrad to succeed. Yet she isn't the only truth teller. After their engagement, Jeremiah persuaded Belly not to go to Paris because he feared being alone, selfishly. He's ecstatic about Denise's unexpected but appreciated honesty. The events that followed diminished Jeremiah's confidence. He was never meant to remain alone for long. After Denise tastes his chocolate lava cake, they share a passionate kiss in the kitchen. Their future together remains uncertain. Meanwhile, Stephen and Denise plan to move to San Francisco for business. Though Season 3 concludes with Belly and Conrad and cousins, similar to the books, the show reveals little about their future. Belly later informs Susanna that she married Conrad after reconnecting with him through letters. This revelation occurs on her wedding day, toward the novel's conclusion. In the epilogue, Belly and Conrad leave the wedding reception, run to the beach, and race into the ocean side by side. Their love story, which largely unfolded on that stretch of sand, comes to a joyful conclusion. The images of their third Christmas together were adorable, though the series' unconventional ending may feel underwhelming to some. Still, Prime Video has already confirmed that Belly and Conrad's story isn't over. During the Paris red carpet event, Prime announced a film adaptation of the summer I Turned Pretty, continuing the story from where the series finale ended. Jenny Han, penning the script, explained, "There's another big milestone left in Belly's journey, and I thought only a movie could give it its proper due. I'm so grateful to Prime Video for continuing to support my vision for this story and for making it possible to share this final chapter with the fans." If Belly and Conrad's wedding is the last big event, then it makes sense that the series finale hinted at their return to cousins years later. The film will likely give their marriage the same attention that Jeremiah and Belly's relationship once received. We may also learn what happens to Taylor and Steven in San Francisco, and whether Denise is Jeremiah's date in the epilogue. Who can say for sure? Anything could happen now. Thankfully, the series finale of the summer I Turned Pretty finds Belly and Conrad exactly where they should be, in love and free to be together, despite a few storyline alterations.